you ever heard about the legend of Bloody Mary, where you stand in a faintly lit bathroom, gazing into a mirror, while chanting her name 3 times? I'm sure at one point in your life, you have heard about this conjuring. Is this phenomenon a fabrication of the mind, or is there really something sinister watching and waiting to be summoned? Don't speak her name, Bloody Mary.
What up, what up, what up? And welcome to Cracking Cans Cast. I'm Mike. I'm here with Corey. We are getting ready to hear about Bloody Mary, which is I want to say, not only a delicious hangover drink, but apparently something that you're not supposed to chant in a mirror. I don't know, who knew? So, Corey, what's going on? What's happening in the world of Corey?
I mean, there's not much going on. This is a topic that was on the top of my list since day one. And looking back at my childhood, I think that Bloody Mary might have been one of the first urban legends that I've ever heard of. First one.
Yeah, see, I didn't really hear about Bloody Mary, I wouldn't say, till I got a little bit older. I don't even know where I heard of Bloody Mary the first time.
I remember the first time I heard of Bloody Mary.
Let me guess. Hold on. Let me guess. It was a Tuesday. You were at a slumber party. You just got done eating s'mores in the backyard. And, am I close?
It was a Monday, actually.
Monday. All right, so I was close. Yeah.
No, so the first time I heard about Bloody Mary, I was in first grade. Mrs. McCracken's class.
Hold on.
What?
McCracken. Like, was her husband's name Phil, by chance? Phil McCracken? Yeah. You didn't see that one coming.
No, I didn't.
Okay, all right. Anyways.
All right. Mrs. McCracken, Cans Cast.
Cans Cast?
Kraken Cans Cast.
Okay, all right.
McCracken Cans
No,
Cast.
I'm not getting it.
God. All right.
What is going on?
So, I remember it was the morning. I don't remember what day of the week it was.
It had to be a Tuesday.
But I remember one of my classmates, she was talking about Bloody Mary and how she attempted the ritual the night before. And it was like her and a group of us kind of standing there like in the morning waiting for the classes to start. And she just kind of went over like the whole thing, what she is. So she said that when she was in the bathroom in her house, she saw the reflection of an evil woman covered in blood who began clawing and scratching at her. I believe my classmate even had a few scratches on her arm when she told the story to some of us. So from that moment on, I was intrigued by this legend and, never really looked at mirrors in the bathroom the same way.
Yeah.
Because I was always like, whenever I look in a mirror in a bathroom, it would just take me back to first grade, Phil McCracken's class. And my classmate going over this Bloody Mary urban legend.
That's kind of crazy. I could never, I don't know, when I was that age, I was busy just straight flexing in the mirror. You know, like all first, second grade of me just
Eating dirt.
Eating dirt, man.
Yeah.
And eating iron. Eating whatever I could eat. Because I was a chubby little feller when I was younger. I did like to eat. Hot dogs are my specialty.
Hot dog. I like the chicken nuggets when I was that age.
Chicken
like
nuggets are good.
The cheese-filled chicken nuggets.
The chicken nuggets are good, but my old man, he made me the dogs quite a bit.
Yeah.
Not much of a cook.
So then recently, I was talking to my mom and my grandmother, letting them know that we were going to be doing this Bloody Mary urban legend here soon. They both said that they heard about Bloody Mary when they were both young as well.
Yeah.
So that's dating back to at least the early 60s into the 70s. So that's, this legend's at least 60, 65 years old. Going off of just the family members that I talk to.
You think your mom and grandmother are going to be okay with you just referencing that they lived through the 60s?
My mom didn't.
Yeah. That's good. That scores you a little bit of points. And I think the beer we have picked today is kind of like a perfect pick for Bloody Mary. So we got some, it's from Fly Dog Brewing, and it is called Raging Bitch, which I think that pretty much describes Bloody Mary in a nutshell. So a little background on it. This is a Maryland-based brewery, and it actually was bought out by FX Matt Brewing Company, which is the people that own Saranac Brewing.
When, what? Do you know when?
I don't know when. I think it was fairly recently. And their website, it was kind of weird going on their website because they had like a blog section, and all the blog posts ended at like the end of 2022, which I thought was it's just super random to just like abruptly just end all your blog posts like that. But and their website was just, it definitely seemed like it needed a little bit of TLC. But either way, so this beer is high octane. What is it? 8.3%. So, I mean, it'll get you there with a couple of them. But what I thought was really interesting about this beer was it is a Belgian IPA. So, what is that? What, like, in your mind, where's your mind go when I say a Belgian IPA? All the way there.
I don't know.
Yeah, all right. Fair enough. Yeah, like I thought, like with the, I always think of Belgians, like the Blue Moon type Belgians. But this is
So like the kind of like orangey type
not even orangey, but I guess just like those kind of like those triples and those wheat type beers. Yeah, I don't know. But basically what it is, reading about a Belgian IPA, it's a combination of an American IPA and a Golden Strong Ale.
And I'm not going to lie, when you smell it, like I said to you, it kind of smells like it's like an amber ale too.
Yeah, it smells dark. And when I read online, and actually one of the malts that they used was a caramel malt for it, which typically you don't really get caramel malts in an IPA. You kind of get more like the second row type pale ale malts in that.
And that would make sense too, like kind of what I'm smelling, because a lot with the amber ales or with the caramel.
Yeah.
So
yeah, so you definitely get that car, and it's got much darker color than a normal IPA, I would say.
Yeah, it's like you haven't drank water all day, and then you go take a pee, and this is what comes out.
Yeah. Speaking of, dude, so I was in Arby's today for lunch, and I went in, had to go pee, went to the urinal. Whoever peed in that urinal before me has not drank a glass of water since at least 1997.
Straight oil.
Like, dude, it was darker than this beer we have right here. That was some dark urine.
Stout.
Made me uncomfortable. I went to the toilet to pee. It made me that uncomfortable in the urinal.
Did you sit? You had to sit and pee, right?
Well, of course.
Yeah.
It's more comfortable that way. It's
Yeah.
like in the middle of the night when I have to pee. I'm always sitting. I can't aim in the middle of the night. So a little description on this beer. I kind of pulled this right off the website. An anything but delicate blend of the sharp hoppiness of an American IPA and the fruity funkiness of a Belgian. So they actually use like a Belgian yeast in this, and that's where you're getting, I mean, just having a couple sips of it, I'm not getting a ton of like fruitiness to this beer at all.
Mm-mm.
It's just like darker caramel. Yeah, I don't know. It's supposed to have some flavorful notes of crisp grapefruit, woodsy pine, and exotic mango. I'm getting a lot of the caramel malt when I drink it. Some of the hops used are Columbus hops and Warrior hops, and I can't pronounce the other one, so I'm just going to forego it. But that's what we got today, Raging Bitch, because it seems very fitting.
And can I just throw this in there?
Yeah.
So like so with the name Raging Bitch, I think that name evokes the fearsome and aggressive nature often attributed to the Bloody Mary legend. The intensity of the beer's name parallels the intensity of summoning Bloody Mary, which is often done with trepidation.
When you summon Bloody Mary, does she bring you a Bloody Mary?
It depends which one you get, which Bloody Mary
There's
you
multiple.
summon.
My goodness.
Yeah.
So when I'm hungover, I know which one I'm summoning. A good Bloody Mary, veggie filled. I want to be drinking that out of like I don't know, celery stick or something.
You want it cold too. You better tell her to
Well, yeah, of
bring that
course
shit
I want it
cold.
cold. I shouldn't even have to say that to
Yeah.
her. She's a professional
She
at this.
better
Corey.
know. She better know.
She better. So let's cheers to that. Let's take a sip, and let's dive on deep to Bloody Mary and whatever you have left in your beer, like your quarter of a sip. You animal! You couldn't even wait till I was done talking.
You're talking too slow.
All right, so now we got beer taken care of. We got the whole intro out of the way. I want to hear where Bloody Mary came from. Like, who is this person? Where did she come from?
You're about to hear it. There's a few, and nobody can pinpoint exactly where the Bloody Mary urban legend came from, but we got some pretty solid contenders. Let me just tell you that.
So could it possibly be these are all different Marys, or just nobody knows who the Mary is?
I think either. Could be a bunch of different Marys. You
Whoa.
don't know what you're going to get, or
So it's like a box of chocolates.
yeah, you might get a good chocolate that tastes pretty yummy. It makes the tummy feel good.
Then you get one of those like raspberry creamy ones. Now,
And
you probably like those ones because you like soft shelled tacos, but
Oh.
but
All right.
all right.
We'll get you back on.
Oh yeah, just saying.
So, it's difficult to pinpoint when and where the legend first began. There are hundreds of different backstories and versions of this urban legend. So I'm going to go through a few different ones that I found, and they seem to be the most common, I guess the most that come up when you search for the origins of Bloody Mary. So we're going to go over some of them with you guys. And maybe you guys can comment and put your thoughts in of who you think Bloody Mary is named after or where you think the origin came from.
Yeah, I got a pretty good idea.
All right, well, let's go. So the first, and this was probably the most, I guess, consensus, like, origin story for Bloody Mary that I found, that she was named after Queen Mary I or Mary Tudor of England. Same person. Mary Tudor, Queen Mary I. So she was the first ruling queen of England sometime in the 1500s, and she was the daughter of King Henry VIII.
Oh, okay. So we know what happened there.
I mean, there's a lot of King Henrys. I can't keep them all
But
straight.
King Henry VIII is divorced, beheaded,
He's
died.
really fat. Huge.
Divorced, beheaded, survived.
And he was over 400 pounds.
Yes.
That was the one thing I wrote down on my notes. Because
Yeah, Henry VIII, he was the
I
one
know
that,
he had a lot of wives.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's the one that so did he start? He started like a church because they would not let him divorce his first wife. I think the church wouldn't allow it. So he said, "You know what? That's cool. I'm just going to start my own church so that I don't have to go through you to divorce my wife."
Yeah, might have been.
Yeah.
Makes
But that
sense.
was Henry VIII, the one with all like he's like the legendary one.
The only thing that stuck out to me was he was around 400 pounds when he died.
Yeah, and I mean the
But-
pictures he looks like a big fella in the
Yeah.
pictures.
He liked to eat.
Good for him.
Yeah.
We all do, you know? We really all do. There's parts of me that wonder how much happier I would be if I just weighed 400 pounds.
And what parts of you are you talking about? Like your stomach?
I don't know, my head.
And your stomach would probably like
Yeah. I mean, my stomach would like it. I thought you meant where the weight was going to go. I thought I just wanted a big head. Like a big giant dome that I couldn't get into anywhere with.
Yeah, you'd have to be like my brother-in-law to order special glasses,
Yeah.
special hats.
Yeah, check out Mammoth Wear if you need the
Yeah.
you need the big
Shout
boy
out.
stuff.
No free shout-out right here to Mammoth Wear.
Yeah. We would say we're looking for a sponsor, but your stuff would just be way too big for
It
us
would just,
anyways.
the glasses would just slide down our
yeah, it'd
face.
just be embarrassing.
I wouldn't be able to see with the
No.
hat on either. It would just cover
No.
my eyes.
Yeah.
So anyway, back to Queen Mary I. I'll just have a little summary here that I'm going to go over about her, but it summarizes the ruthless, raging bitch that she was. See how I brought in the beer there?
I see that.
So once she eventually ascended to the throne, her goal was to restore the Catholic Church to what it was during her father's reign. Mary wanted to get rid of the Protestants that became prominent after the Church of England's Reformation.
Oh, the Protestants, man.
So, so for approximately 4 years, Queen Mary was just slaying Protestants.
Yeah, like not in a good way either.
No, in a bad way.
Like she was killing them. She
was
just wasn't.
just
She
butchering them.
She wasn't making love to them.
No,
Like
she
they
was
say
not.
in today's terms,
I
out there
mean,
just slaying.
I don't know if she was into like dead bodies and stuff. Maybe she was.
Oh,
I don't
maybe.
know.
I
but
don't know.
she-
If you're that, yeah, it could be.
She killed a lot of people. So for approximately 4 years, she ordered hundreds of people to burn at the stake.
Burned at the stake. I was just gonna
Yeah.
ask, was it like guillotine? Burned at the stake,
There
though.
was probably some guillotines thrown in.
Yeah,
I would
but
imagine.
do you think how ruthless of a human being you have to be to just think it's okay to just burn somebody alive?
Yeah,
Like that is effed.
that's guillotine, quick.
Yeah.
Burning, like you're gonna take a little bit until
Yeah.
you're gone.
Yeah, it's like that chicken. That skin gets a little crispy before it gets cooked all the way through. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that ain't right.
Yeah. So she was actually then given the nickname Bloody Mary because of how much bloodshed she caused.
And that would make sense because we are talking about Bloody Mary.
Yeah. So like I said, this origin story was probably the most famous one that I found that a lot of people contribute to the Bloody Mary urban legend.
Well, I wonder. Well, yeah, but why? Huh? It just makes me wonder why would she care to haunt you if you said her name too many times? You know,
Yeah.
maybe she just assumes we're all Protestants.
Yeah. Maybe.
And that's why it's just like,
Oh, you said my name, you Protestant.
Yeah,
you
like-
must die.
yeah, like if the Pope did it in his mirror, she would just like come and just like rub his back and say thank you since he's Catholic,
Yeah.
you
And then
know.
before she dipped out, she'd rub
Yeah.
some other things, but then. Yeah.
Whoa. We can't get into that.
You're right. I'm always bringing that up.
Not get into that. The old,
The Pope says no.
yeah, yeah.
Other versions of the Bloody Mary nickname, people say that it was given to Queen Mary I due to the amount of miscarriages endured throughout her life.
So this is the Mary we were just talking about.
It's the same Mary.
Same
so there was
Mary.
kind of like, there was two, I guess, reasons why she was called Bloody Mary or why the urban legend then came to Bloody Mary. And the second one was because she had an enormous amount of miscarriages throughout her life. So then it says that she haunts those that summon her due to the turmoil she feels about all of the children that she lost.
Yeah, don't you think at some point it's like some karma? You know,
Yeah.
like you're just burning people at the stake, and then all of a sudden,
You start
Yeah,
losing.
I can't have
Yeah.
children, and it's like, oh, geez, maybe if you went and made like some more fried chicken out there in your courtyard every day, and you know, it's crazy.
Yeah, eye for an eye, like you kill one, you lose one. Like it's,
Yeah,
I don't know.
I mean, maybe I don't know how if she got pregnant 100. So was she married, or was she just?
She
like-
was married. I didn't really dig into that because
Yeah.
I didn't care too much.
I just want to know
but
I kind of want to know who this fellow was.
She was married though.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Just-
I'm gonna grab a beer. So the second origin story that I found was Mary Worth. And this was another one that was really common. So probably Queen Mary I and Mary Worth, I would say, were the top two origin stories for the Bloody Mary urban legend. So Mary Worth, who is said to be a witch who practiced black magic and was executed for practicing witchcraft. So she lived in a small village where the villagers' children kept going missing. One night, one of the fathers caught his daughter in a trance when she walked out of the house and towards the woods where Mary Worth was standing with a wand.
Are we sure this isn't Mary Sanderson? One of the Sandersons.
I mean, maybe,
It sounds
Yeah.
awfully familiar from the
Maybe
plot of Hocus Pocus.
but maybe they got the idea from this story.
They might have. It could be. Is this in America that we're talking about right now? Is this in the colonies?
I don't know.
Okay. All right then. Sorry I asked.
We could say yes because
Yeah.
some of the other stuff I go over, I believe it is.
Okay.
So it was at that point when this father's daughter was in this trance, walking out of the house towards Mary Worth, who was standing at the edge of the woods, that the villagers realized she was a witch. And they all went with pitchforks and, their flames and guns to take her out. And she was shot, tied to a stake, and burned.
Shot with a musket, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, think how bad that would suck.
It probably nipped her in the hip, too. It probably wasn't like a full-on chest shot.
Man, I think I'd rather just get shot with a 9 than get shot with a musket. Because that ball is just going to hit you and just flatten out like a pan. Oh, no.
Yeah.
Not good. I mean, if you're a witch, you probably don't mind. I don't know.
Yeah.
You've been killing children.
Before she died, she put a curse on the town and said that she would haunt whoever said her name. So the villagers then explored her property and found many unmarked graves, which were the locations of all the missing children. And then there was other versions regarding Mary Worth where she kidnapped runaway slaves and mutilated them while practicing witchcraft.
So she's just using all these people to practice.
Yeah. I mean, that was like a second version, so I don't know if they're tied together or they aren't, but like the second version said that she would kidnap runaway slaves and mutilate them when she was practicing her witchcraft.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And then the third origin story that I found states that Mary, and it didn't give like last name, anything like that. It just said Mary, so Bloody Mary, was a mother who had her baby stolen from her and ended up committing suicide.
Wonder how it was stolen.
Yeah, I don't know. That's all I found.
That's it.
That's
that
it.
last story is just so like cut and dry.
Yeah, you got to use your imagination.
There's a fourth story?
There is a fourth one. This fourth one is the one I like the most.
Oh, okay. I was going to make up a fourth story. I didn't know you actually had
You
one.
can make up the fifth if you want.
Oh, make up a fifth.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you start thinking.
Yeah.
So the final story that I like the most is written by
Alfred Hitchcock.
Thayer Timon,
That was pretty close.
titled "The Story of Bloody Mary." And this story was out of the J. Hop Times Literacy Critic, and I typed it up in my own words. So here we go.
Oh, okay. This ought to be saucy.
So, all right. So in the 1800s, there was a young girl named Mary. The town she lived in at the time suffered from a widespread illness that was causing people to drop dead left and right. To ensure that people were dead, doctors would put a mirror underneath their noses to see if condensation from their breaths appeared on the mirror. If there was no condensation, then they were pronounced dead. Many times, they weren't actually dead, though, and people started getting buried alive.
That's what the bells, right?
That's where we're going, buddy.
All right.
So what they started doing was when a person was put into a coffin, they would put a hole in the coffin and have a string going from the inside of the coffin to above the ground where it was tied to a bell, which was sitting on a stick. If the person awoke and was not in fact dead, they could pull the string, which would cause the bell to ring. Someone would hear the bell and the person would be dug up. Now for our girl Mary, this was simply not the case. Mary got sick and was bedridden, where she slowly died and was pronounced dead. She was placed in a coffin and into the ground with the string attached to a bell. However, her parents did not want her buried with a chance she would awaken. The days passed by, and it was a week or so later. Her parents stayed close by in hopes that Mary would awaken again. Family friends told the parents that if she had not awakened yet, that she probably never would. The day the parents left, so they left the house, left where her grave was, a neighbor came over and began filling in the grave with dirt. He made sure the string was in the coffin and attached to the bell just in case. Once filled, he said his remorse and went back to his house. Not soon after, Mary awoke and pulled the string. There was nobody nearby as her parents left the area and the neighbor went back to his house. The string detached from the bell and fell into the coffin with Mary. The bell fell from the stick to the ground. So she began clawing and scratching at the inside of the wooden coffin, which caused her to eventually bleed from her fingers all over the place, eventually leading to suffocation. When her parents got home, her father noticed the bell was now on the ground and that there was no string in sight. He yelled for his wife to come help dig up the grave to save their daughter Mary. They quickly tried digging her up, and once they got to Mary and opened the coffin, she was in a petrified state with her hands covered in blood, as well as the white dress she was buried in. A mirror was placed under her nose where condensation was shown. However, she was dead. Her spirit is said to have an attachment to mirrors, and now when someone says her name 3 times into a mirror, she is summoned and begins clawing at the unknowing victim.
Whoa. That's kind of, oh man, could you imagine being buried alive?
No.
No. Yeah, and the beauty of it is, I hope I never have to figure it out.
Yeah, I mean, I left that one for last because I thought just with like the details and everything with that one, like I thought that one
Yeah, that's pretty good.
was awesome. I mean, not awesome, but you know what I mean.
It definitely comes across as more of a story, I would say. So that's why I don't want to say I'm not totally sure, but that one's definitely more of like a story. While the other ones were just like, here's this person, like Queen Mary's just a psychopath, so now she's Bloody Mary, or I don't know what
Mary
the other
Worth.
Mary Worth is a witch.
Yeah,
And I mean, witches get blamed for everything.
they do. If people don't know what is the
Everything.
cause, like I'm gonna start using that. You know, at work, if I can't figure something
Yeah.
out, witch.
But if for some reason when you're at work, you guys go on a boating trip, Kraken.
Yeah, water cracking,
Yeah,
land.
witch.
Witch.
You're covered.
Yeah, you're good.
You're covered. And then
what about the air?
air. Well, that could be the
Mothman.
Mothman. Yeah, he got it. He got it. We're covered.
Yep, we're good.
And then there's the 5th story, because you read 4, right?
I did. So
Yeah, there's the 5th story. So there was this Mary that used to go around. I read this online a long time ago. There's this Mary that used to go around, and she would actually go around and babysit these children. So these children would be, I don't want to say kind of like neglected or whatever, but she would just babysit these children. And when she was done with these children, kind of got everything where she would just pop her umbrella and just float off.
you know, I was honestly waiting for Mary Poppins to make an appearance.
Definitely.
To make an appearance.
Definitely
in
Mary
this.
Poppins.
Somehow I knew eventually.
That's the only good historical Mary I could think of sitting over here.
I knew you were gonna bring in Mary Poppins at some
Yeah.
point.
And I never saw Mary Poppins, so I have like no idea what the actual like plot of that movie is at all. So I really just taking a shot in the dark, but it sounded good for a little bit.
Because I was thinking that she
Yeah.
could be Bloody Mary.
She could.
Yeah.
It'd be weird. Wouldn't make much sense because she's super nice, but
Well, you wait until we hear some different versions of Bloody Mary.
oh man, I hope are some of them from Reddit or any of
No.
the good. Oh man, because
I mean, I got some stories on here from
Yeah.
Reddit,
yeah.
but there are some different like
Okay.
personalities of Bloody Mary that could be summoned.
Personalities of Bloody Mary. One of them will bring you the drink when you're hungover. So just sit back and wait because it's totally worth it. All right, so we kind of talked about who Bloody Mary was. I'm not super familiar with Bloody Mary. I mean, I've heard a little bit when I was younger. So how do you summon Bloody Mary? What is she? Like, I don't know. Explain to me, like, I have no idea.
So typically, the summoning experience involves a dark, slightly lit bathroom, often when people are utilizing candles.
So, like, when I take a poop, I typically like to light a candle.
You know what my father-in-law does?
Stinks. I know that for sure. I've smelled that dude on multiple occasions.
And I think he got it from like his dad, but every time he poops, heck, here we go with poop again. Anyway,
He makes popcorn and brings it in with him because it doesn't smell. Everybody likes the smell of popcorn.
he lights a match.
Yeah,
So
lighting a
you ever
match.
hear that one?
Yeah.
So he
Yeah, we
lights
used
a
to
match.
we used to do that at the old place I worked when we would blow it up because it had like no ventilation system and it would stink up half the store. So we would light a match.
I mean, for you, I don't think it matters if there was a
Ooh,
ventilation
man.
system.
I mean,
because-
we use a box of matches usually when I go. I got like 200 of them
like
babies.
a big box.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be the cast if we didn't talk about a couple turds.
Yeah, there's gotta be a couple turds.
Couple
mentioned.
turds talking about turds.
That's the cast, baby. So all variations that I found involve chanting, something, whether it's 3 times, 13 times, up to 100 times.
100 times. There's no way I would be that committed to doing it 100 times.
I've even seen some reports say that you just keep saying your name until something happens.
Yeah, you pass out because you haven't eaten in 4 days, and you hit your head off the tub, and you don't feel good at all.
And then you have a concussion, and then you see something.
And then you see whatever the hell you want to see.
Yeah.
The Hat Man will come. Bloody Mary will come. There'll be a little doll possessed in the corner looking at you going...
Mothman will probably do
Yeah,
a
be
flyby in the
flying
window,
across.
just peek in, see what's going on.
Kraken reaching out of the tub, rubbing
Yeah.
your hair.
Yeah, touching your toes.
Champ will probably just stay up where he's at. He's
He
he's
just
pretty
wants a
chill
hug.
up
He
there,
just wants a
yeah.
hug.
What do you mean, just chant until you see something? It's
Yeah,
like,
just-
what? No.
Yeah,
I got
don't
stuff
know.
to do.
You just keep chanting, baby.
No, I got stuff to do.
So some of the different things that I've seen or read about that people chant in the mirror are obviously Bloody Mary. I believe in Bloody Mary. I killed your baby, Bloody Mary.
What the hell?
Mary.
That caught me off guard. That was.
Did it?
I did not expect that. I killed your Mary baby. I killed your baby, Mary. It's like, what is wrong with you?
Yeah. Yeah.
I killed your baby, Mary. No, I am not saying that a third time. I've seen Beetlejuice. I don't need
Yeah.
that feller coming at me.
Some say you say Mary Worth. Some say Mary Worth come forth. And Mary Worth come and scratch my eyeballs out.
You're just getting right to it. I say, Mary Worth, come give my butthole a little tickle. And I chant that until I feel a little tickle down there. And it might take minutes, it might take hours, it might take days. But eventually I feel the
feel a
tickle.
tickle.
I feel the tickle.
If you just keep chanting Mary Worth, tickle my butthole
Yeah.
over and over again.
Mary Worth, come scratch my eyeballs out. What's wrong with you? Why would you do that?
I don't know.
Like, go play outside, you stupid kid. What are you doing?
Hey, Mary Worth, come pay my taxes.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. Come pay my mortgage if you don't mind. That'd be great.
yeah. We should start chanting that, see if anything
should.
happens. You know, Mary Worth, I need a new truck.
Mary Worth, download the cast. Mary Worth, download the cast. Mary Worth, download the cast. Oh, I just checked my phone. We got a
I
download.
felt a
I
vibration.
felt a vibration.
Yeah.
Dude, that's crazy. Scratch my eyeballs out. It's
Eyeballs
like,
out. Just getting right to it. Like,
so
yeah.
what is best case scenario is, I mean, I don't know. She doesn't show up, I guess, or she
Yeah, I
does
guess
show up and scratches you. I don't understand.
Yeah.
So that one caught me off guard. I did not. I don't know the I killed your baby, Mary, too. That one.
I tried to spread them out a little bit just to
Yeah.
like give you a little bit of a nice
Yeah.
little up and downsy.
My gosh, what is wrong with people?
I don't know.
Ugh. All right, so I look in the mirror. I say, Mary, I killed your baby. Come tickle my butthole. Now, what do I expect? Is she coming or not?
Might be.
She might be.
I don't know how many fingers are coming.
I don't know. Ooh,
Yeah.
I hope like one pinky, but it'll be hard telling.
Hopefully
So-
she has a small hand.
So what's next after you chant the name? What's there to expect?
So after completing the chanting of said names,
Mhm.
one of these things are said to happen. You see a woman in a mirror who oftentimes is said to be wearing a white dress. Sometimes it's a bloody white dress.
And that would go back from the story you told about the woman in the grave. She was buried wearing a white dress.
Wearing a white dress, yep.
Right, yeah.
Some other things that could happen, she could claw and scratch at your face and your body.
Yeah, because you asked for it, apparently.
You did. Like, if you're going to ask for something to come out and scratch your freaking eyeballs out.
You freaking treads. What's wrong with you?
The other one is that she'll haunt you forever.
Well, that sounds like a long time. Forever.
I mean, what if she came back the next day and just killed you, though? It wouldn't be that long.
Yeah, but she's haunting you forever. Like, she's you're dead. She's still haunting you.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Yeah, forever. Forever's
Yeah.
a long time.
Blood will drip from the mirror.
Okay. That's what I need.
Your hair will turn white, which mine on the sides is actually starting to turn white already. So
I'm good yet. So I ain't going to be chanting no Bloody Mary.
yeah.
I mean, I got 3 kids at home, so it ain't going to be long, but I'm taking it when I got it.
She can cause complete just disappearance, and you're never to be seen again.
How do people know that?
They must have been a little sidekick there when this was going on, and just saw like a person just disappear, and then they took off running. I don't know.
They just got lucky, I guess.
Yeah, they weren't the chosen one.
The chosen one. Where do you think he disappeared to? Like realistically, where do you think Mary takes you? Could Mary the First take you back in time?
And then her dad eats you?
Her dad's dead if she's the queen. He's gone. So I mean, if she could maybe take you back in time to before she was queen, and he could definitely eat you.
Yeah.
He looks like the type. I don't know. Where do you think you go?
Like what's it look like inside a mirror?
I don't know. Probably just like whatever you're looking at, I would assume.
Because I know on our topics list, eventually we want to talk about mirrors and just because I'm sure you've seen a lot where like mirrors are portals.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen it.
And it's funny because I brought this up to Kendra, right?
Yeah.
The one day she got a new mirror in our bedroom to do like her Zaya clothing line that she does. So she has this new mirror in our bedroom, probably 20 feet across from our dresser mirror. And I'm like, I came in the one day just casually. I'm like, hey, just so you know, you're creating a portal right now. Because if you put a mirror across from a mirror, supposedly it causes a portal. So I'm like, hey, just so you know, you're causing a portal right now. And she freaked out, and she went in there. She turned her new mirror around to face the wall, and that son of a bitch hasn't faced the dresser mirror since.
There's no portals. That's like when you hold like 2 phones up to each other, and it's like wah 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 wah. It's like you are entering the spirit world. Spirits, can you talk to us now?
Yeah, she had a freak out. She's like, what? Like,
nobody. They didn't teach this to us in high school.
So since then, those mirrors have not faced each other.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I've seen some stuff on mirrors. I'm not convinced. If you haven't figured out by now, your boy Mike is like a total skeptic of just about everything. Like I am. I know I've texted you a couple. Like I just don't believe in about all of it. I like to talk about it. It's fun to talk about.
But what about that demon you looked into?
I looked into that demon. Yeah, but here's the thing. I do believe in demons because I believe in a higher power. But I also believe by believing in the higher power, I have protection from the demons. So it's a give and take. Because you can't, there's all the, you got those 8, and I'm going in a little bit of a tangent here. I tend to do that. I know I went in the Ouija board tangent a couple episodes ago. Now I'm going on this tangent with demons and stuff like that. But you have like people that are atheists and they believe in demons, and it's like, why the hell you believe in demons if you don't believe in a God? Because why wouldn't the demons just take over the entire world if there was no God to protect the world from? It's a big thing I believe in. I believe if you have God on your side, you'll be good. That's all. I won't go into it too much, but the biggest thing is you can't believe in demons and not believe in a God. I don't understand how those two...
I do agree with that, yeah.
How do they work together? I mean, demons would just be everywhere. Like, there'd be no reason for them to have to, like, hide through possessed dolls and things like that.
And mirrors.
Yeah, exactly. So there'd be no need for it.
Yep.
If there was... And that's why a lot of the paranormal activity, I believe, all stems from demons. I don't really necessarily believe in ghosts, but I do believe there's demons out there, and I believe that we use these Ouija boards and this bull crap to summon them, and it's... I'm going on now. I'm going on my demon tangent.
We'll have more of them, folks.
Yeah, we will.
Don't you worry.
Don't you worry. Mike gets a couple brewskis in him, and buddy, he will talk about the demons. I'm a demon slayer of sorts. All right.
There's a couple more things that could happen when we do this ritual, too. I didn't even get through all of them yet.
All right, let's get
it. Drink your blood. So she will drink your blood. So I'm not
she's going to be disappointed. Like, I'll go home and do it tonight, and she will drink some blood, and she'll be like, whoa, I am catching a buzz right now from these beers, right?
Yeah.
You got to watch whose blood you're drinking.
Yeah. This one's for you, Bloody Mary.
This is to protect me from you.
Yeah. Yeah, you can take one little bite or lick, whatever.
I'll call you an Uber. Don't you worry.
Yeah.
Don't you go through the portal world if you're not feeling up for it.
Yeah. It also said that she will steal your soul.
Okay. Yeah. Classic. Just a classic.
Yeah. She'll strangle you to death.
Okay. Well, okay.
And then the last one was that you will become trapped in the mirror for eternity. For eternity.
Boy, that would be boring. That's what, like, people always say that. It's like, man, how scary. It's like, I don't know. Can I bring my phone? Because I'd be so bored in there.
You know how many people you'd be see taking poops?
Oh, so many people taking poops.
Doing other inappropriate stuff in there.
Oh.
You'd be seeing a lot of King Henry VIII
just strutting their stuff. You see a lot of like 10-year-old Mikes flexing in the mirror, like, heck yeah, I did like 12 push-ups today.
Yeah.
You would, and I would assume if you're cursed in a mirror, you would never get in any good-looking woman's mirror ever. Like, you'd be cursed to fat men and just like totally inappropriate guys that just get off by doing stuff in a mirror all the time.
Yeah, that'd be my luck.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, you're not getting in like some like woman's apartment. You're getting in some big fat guys, like fat guy from
like,
Friends.
Gas station bathroom.
Oh man, like one like right next to like an all-you-can-eat burrito place.
Actually, you know what? I would probably end up in like some state prison like bathroom.
Yeah,
for men.
Yeah.
You know, the women usually look like men too, but
yeah,
that's another topic.
I'd be in a Taco Bell bathroom probably. I think I'd rather be in the prison than the Taco Bell bathroom.
Yeah, well, Bubba's gonna be in the prison.
All right, what else could marriage possibly do to you? Good Lord, we got to get away from this.
Well, that was a list of, the top 10 things that I found as far as what happens when you summon Mary.
Out of those top 10, which one is just your favorite?
Favorite as in, like
you
I
just
want
look
to
at
happen?
It,
or
no, you just look at it like, what the F is somebody think when they wrote this one down?
I think my favorite would probably have to be disappearance and never seen again.
Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah.
Did you see the list?
I just like the drink your blood one.
Yeah, that was probably my number 2.
I also the just strangle you one really makes me laugh because it's like all these like crazy horrific things and it's like and she'll choke you. It's like why would you? Why?
Well, here, guess what, Mary? What if I'm into that?
Yeah.
What if I want choked?
Yeah, I mean that's like there are plenty of people that's into that, and maybe that's why she's so popular.
Yeah.
Didn't even think of that.
Maybe people want her to come out to choke them.
That would make total sense.
Or drink their blood if they're into that too. I mean, that's...
Yeah, I guess... I don't know. I think Twilight kind of ran its course, so I think vampires are out for now.
Yeah.
I don't really know what's in. What would you say? What monster's in right now?
Monster?
You know, vampires and werewolves are like super hot. Like they had freaking... Remember they had Burger King combos like dedicated to Team Edward and Team Jacob?
Yeah. Ooh, what would it be right now? Well...
Yeah, something to think on. Here, I'll tell you what. This is what we'll do. This will be like our question we're going to post on social media this week. Like, what the heck is the new age, like, Team Edward, Team Jacob, vampires versus werewolves thing?
Yeah,
let's post it up.
I don't know.
Yeah, hit us with it on social media.
You heard it here first from Kraken Mike or whatever the hell his
Crack
name is.
Daddy. Come on, dude.
Crack Daddy
I'm working hard to make this work.
Crack Daddy.
I'm working hard on
Crack
this.
Daddy Mike.
Crack Daddy Mike.
So, Bloody Mary is said to be either a ghost, a phantom, a spirit, a witch, demon. I've seen others, skeleton, this, that. So, like, there's...
Sea serpent, extraterrestrial entity. She could possibly just be that thing that's like gets stuck in your garbage disposal and just you always hear it every once in a while.
Or that clunk of hair that gets stuck in your drain from your wife
Oh,
that you had to
barf, dude.
pull out. And
Barf. I ran my foot over the drain the other day, and that started coming out, and I shoved it back in there. It's like, freak. Dude, I remember The one day I pulled that thing out, I
Put it right back in.
freaking a barf. What is wrong with you? So I don't know if and she's, I don't know. Maybe she'll listen to this, but it'll probably be a while. She's been super into audiobooks that she's been getting from the library right now.
Let's make an audiobook. Maybe she'll listen to us.
Yeah, she might. Well, she's getting these audiobooks at the library, and she only has so long to listen to them. So I'll always be like, "Hey, did you listen to the last episode?" She goes, I got 40% on my audiobook I got to listen to before it goes back on Thursday." So it's like, whatever. So I can talk about her for a while now till it'll get like, and
It'll be
I don't
Christmas
know.
time.
Yeah, right around that time,
Yeah.
she'll be like, I heard what you said about my hair. But, like, she just, like, and we had a baby not long ago, so she's kind of, like, still losing her hair from postpartum or whatever. So she just, like, takes his hair and just, like, sticks it to the side of the shower. I got in the shower today, and it's just, like, it's like, oh, gee, thanks for leaving me that. I don't do anything with it. I'm not touching that.
I mean, honestly, I do the same thing with my beard hairs.
I thought you were going to say your butt hairs. I was like 90% sure when the bee started coming out, it was going to be butt hairs. I don't know why.
I throw them on the shower curtain.
Yeah. I throw them in bed for a little surprise for later.
I have a little jar sitting outside the tub. I throw them in.
I collect them. Some people call me a dinkle farmer, but, you know, whatever you prefer.
I'm going to conjure something later with them.
Yeah, I'm gonna build me a Dinkle statue.
So this is the part I was kind of referring to earlier. So it's often said that you could get different versions or, like I said earlier, personalities of Bloody Mary. So you could get a demonic, evil Bloody Mary.
That would be my look.
Or you can get this friendly, very nice woman that just pops up in your mirror.
Bloody Mary, I killed your baby. And she just pops up like, hey, how you doing?
Mm-hmm. So, I wonder what happens if you summon the Bloody Mary Mr. Rogers compared to, say, the Bloody Mary Jeffrey Dahmer. Because as I mentioned before, it seems like it's all bad stuff that comes from this. But what if it starts out good and turns bad relatively quick? So in my mind, this is what I picture. It's a beautiful day in this neighborhood, a beautiful day for a neighbor. Could you be mine? Would you be mine? And then it just quickly transitions to Jeffrey Dahmer, where he's like, relax. I just want to take some pictures of you.
Yeah.
And then he just proceeds to eat your face.
He just smashes your face with an iron.
So like, what if it starts good and then just transitions bad?
I don't know. I just find it so hard to believe that you were gonna summon this entity through a mirror and she is gonna show up super friendly.
Yeah.
Like what in the world would make her show up super friendly? That's my question of the day.
Because it's been 400 years since she's got any.
400. Well,
She wants some.
Listen, she's coming. Check it out. I got the ring on, woman. I'm a happily married man, and I don't know. No way. First off, I'm not making love with a queen because we kicked your butt in the Revolutionary War. We kicked your butt in WW2, and we'll do it again, limeys. Listen.
Back-to-back World War champs.
World War champs. You had a 13-0 colony lead on us, and you blew it.
Blew it.
So I'm probably not sleeping with an English woman. Definitely not sleeping with a witch. And I'm definitely not sleeping with that crazy woman that died but didn't die, and she's all bloody. No, because there's no way you're gonna please her.
Too much blood.
Too much blood. And no, there's no way. No. All right, so we got a little bit into that. I need to ask you to get some stories from like my favorite place on earth, the place we got Hatman stories from. You got to go to Reddit. There's got to be some good Reddit stories on this crazy woman.
Let's head to Reddit.
Well, she might not be crazy. She could be nice at times too.
She could be.
Yeah. I still haven't heard of her bringing anybody Bloody Mary.
Or a happy ending.
I know. You're right. You are correct. Nobody got a happy ending as far as I know from her.
I haven't talked to anybody that has.
No. Maybe that's what happens when you disappear. Your life's just nothing but a happy ending.
Is that a bad thing?
I didn't say. Yeah. It's hard telling. It could go either way.
So let's go over some Reddit stories.
Reddit stories.
And I didn't find any as good as Hatman, because Hatman had the best scary movie plot for the next movie.
They did. Hatman wore a sombrero. That doesn't get any better than that. Like, it gets no better. Unless Bloody Mary shows up. Boy, I don't know. What would top a sombrero? What could she wear that would top a sombrero? I got nothing.
A good question.
I got nothing.
Like a astronaut helmet?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, that would do it. An astronaut helmet. Yes, that would be it. She opens it up to be like, what do you want? I was hanging out in the moon.
Yeah. Why did you summon me?
An astronaut helmet. Oh, man. That caught me off guard.
So our first story from Reddit is from Reddit user 1975 Ari.
Yo, 1975 Ari.
I tried this game as a kid during the day, and nothing happened to me at that moment. However, I remember the next day my mom asked me why I got up in the middle of the night
and threw my dirty underwear in bed with me.
Why did you get up in the middle of the night? And why did you take your underwear off and throw them directly at my head when I was sleeping? Why, they were covered in feces.
They smelled really bad.
They're disgusting.
So she asked me why I got up in the middle of the night and started crying in the bathroom with the lights off. And at first, I didn't know what she was talking about and denied it. But eventually, it came back to me. I really just woke up and started sobbing in front of the mirror. I didn't feel like a 9-year-old girl. I felt like a lot older and like I was grieving for something.
Probably. So she's probably like picturing she's 30 years old and she got like her first mortgage payment is due. that because I've been there. I have been crying in the mirror, being like, I don't want to pay the government anymore for taxes.
I don't want to be an adult anymore.
I don't like it. When I was younger, TV was free.
It took me years to connect the dots and realize these two things may be connected to each other. I'm not saying this was a result of Bloody Mary, but I've never done something like that again. And when I remembered it, it really freaked me out. At that age, I never would go into the bathroom at night with the lights off, especially not in front of a mirror. I was terrified of the dark, and I felt like I was channeling someone's sadness. I don't know, man. Shit is weird.
Shit is weird. So, do you notice in like all these Reddit stories, everybody's like, I didn't put two and two together at the time, but this is what definitely happened. And it's like, what do you mean you didn't put two and two together at the time? How stupid are you as kids? I don't understand.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand. I threw a dead mouse at the fuse box, and later that night we lost power. It's crazy how it worked out like that.
The cream always rises to the top.
The cream. Come on, Rocky. You can do it.
Second story.
Yeah.
Reddit user, Token of Dreams.
Yo, what up, Toki Dreams? Ooh, ooh, ooh.
I don't know. I couldn't stop. I think for a second, Bloody Mary came over me.
She might have. I have this mirror behind me.
Yeah.
I don't see her yet.
I'm telling you right now, she can stay there for all I care.
Yeah, and if she comes out, she's going to elbow right in the forehead.
You're freaking right. She's going to catch her an uppercut.
Yeah.
Yeah!
So you just gave me the cue, and boom.
Yeah. She's there.
She's there. All right. It's crack.
there'll be 2 cues. Like, I'll give you 1 cue if I'm scared and she's there, and
Yeah.
another one if she's like super like if she's wearing a sombrero with like tacos. That's like, hey, hold on a second,
Yeah.
stop it. We're in business right now. She's there.
But if you look over and you see these arms come out and I'm just gone,
Yeah, it's like, all right, he's in handy land, so we gotta go.
Yep. All right, guys, podcast is over. Next episode, episode 8.
Finally, I've been waiting to have this podcast all to my own. Now I can talk about all the things I want, which you guys are not gonna like.
Yeah.
Do you ever wonder about the life of a beaver? Well, I'm ready to tell you.
So, Token of Dreams.
Yo, Toku.
I was in like grade 3, Australian grade, so I don't know.
I was gonna say, when you say grade 3, it's like this got to be a Canadian. This is a Canuck, but it's an Australian. So,
Australian grade, so I don't know if it's different for Americans.
all right, mate.
And at one of my friend's birthday parties, we decided to try Bloody Mary. It was basically the standard thing, but nothing happened. One of my friends got too freaked out and left. After that, we heard moaning coming from seemingly nowhere.
Listen, even Bloody Mary don't want to go down under. Just saying.
I was getting the heck out of there by then, and ever since that I've never looked into a mirror if the lights are off. And I only added this one because of a comment that was made to this post by the
Please don't be my Reddit name, because it would be.
the invisible entity.
Oh, jeez.
Sorry, it's the invisible entity that said that was your parents making a sibling.
Golly, he's just a total savage. Just a savage. Man, the nerve of these people.
So
It makes me feel a lot better about the things I say when you read these Reddit posts.
yeah,
But you know, at some point, if you scroll down far enough, somebody else probably already said it.
yeah. So next story was user. I don't know what the username is because the username was deleted.
Anonymous, we'll say.
Anonymous.
Yo, what up, deleted?
Yes, I did it with my friend and we didn't see anything in the mirror, but I heard the shower curtains move. We looked down and saw a black figure laying down in the tub with its arm crossed, wearing a top hat.
What?
That was my...
It's the freaking Monopoly Man! Look
The
out!
freaking hat man!
Hat Man!
That was the first and last time I did that. A hat man appearance?
A Hat Man appearance. I am going to lean more towards drunk uncle. He was probably had a sales pitch that day, failed, went to the bar, got super hammered, popped out his top hat, probably had a monocle if he looked hard enough. Like, what do you mean? I had a top hat laying in the tub. You see all that, but you didn't go talk to him. What's going to happen? What's
Yeah.
going to happen? Man, come on, people. You have your opportunity. You know what I mean? You had your opportunity. This is like if I run into Keanu Reeves at the airport one day, you know, John Wick. Like, I love John Wick. I'm obsessed with John Wick, you know, and I just go up to him and I just look at him and I just go, hello, and I just run away, you know? It's like, you blew your opportunity. This is your opportunity you had. You had the Hat Man or whatever the hell was in your bathtub, and you blew it. I don't
Hey.
care how old you are. You might only get one shot at opportunity your whole life, and you blew it.
Aaron Judge, New York Yankees. I met him at the Scranton Wilkes-Barre Rail Riders.
Yeah, and he looked at him and said, Aaron, do you like baseball? Do you like to hit stuff with your bat?
really far?
Really far? Are you do you like to do baseball stuff outside baseball? All right, I'm sorry. What'd you say? Did you say?
I mean, I don't even know what I said now.
So pretty much exactly what I said is what he did.
He signed our sign, and I got a picture with him. Yeah, I was gonna say more, but your story's
You just ruined
better.
it. Sorry, Corey.
It's all right.
Do you like baseball? Oh, shoot.
So the next story is from Reddit user White Wave 333.
Yo, what up, White Wave? Tree.
We did this as a group at a sleepover, also saying, I love the Bell Witch. So they chanted,
No.
I love the Bell
No
Witch,
way,
which is a
dude.
topic that you
No
are going to be doing in the
freaking
future.
way. Listen, I know I went on earlier about how like I don't believe in entities and stuff like that.
But you believe in witches,
I believe in demons.
demon witches.
Yeah, you're freaking right. And the Bell Witch, there's something there. Oh, no way. Why would you do that? Like, I can't get it. Bloody Mary's just not quite
She's not working.
What if it was like, remember a Celebrity Deathmatch when we were younger? When it's like the Bell Witch came out and Bloody Mary came out, and then it's like, Friday night sissy fights. Here we go, boys.
Ding, ding, ding. Yeah. So we were in my friend's room, and the mirror we were using was propped up against the bed. The lights are off, and we are repeating the words over and over again. The dog started barking. Someone turns on the lights, and the dog is running in circles around the mirror, barking at it.
Red Rocket out, ready to like take off.
The Red Rocket?
Yeah, the Red Rocket's ready to take off. Bloody Mary's there. I don't know. Is that it? That's the whole story.
That's the whole story.
That's the whole
That's
story.
the whole story.
I'm sitting over here waiting for more.
Yeah,
That's
sorry,
it.
that's it.
Okay. All right.
So,
Cool Reddit user.
I know.
I don't even care to say it. That they should be deleted too. Delete them with that last
well,
guy.
the next one's deleted.
Is it?
So the last Reddit user it was deleted, so I don't know what it was. Maybe it was Captain Crumb 2.0. I don't know.
Oh, I bet it was, dude.
It might have been.
Deleted or now
Yeah.
Captain Crumb. If you don't catch that reference, go back to the Champ episodes because Captain Crumb.
Croom.
Yeah.
You
More
it
crumb.
was more like proper.
Yeah, Croom would be way too cool. You're
too,
right.
too proper.
Captain
It's not
Crumb.
Croom, it's frickin' Crumb.
Captain Crumb and his onion eyes, man. That dude is a legend.
Yeah.
I want to shake that dude's hand one day.
So user Crafted Crumb.
Crafton, same thing.
Same
I like
thing.
it. We'll roll with it.
Yeah. I did it once when I was younger by myself before bedtime. So did I, many times. Perfect time.
Wait, are we talking about Bloody Mary or no?
Ah,
Okay, all right, just checking.
Nothing happened, but when I went to bed that night, I ended up having a
My
really
sheets got awfully sticky, and I don't know what happened.
a lot of tissues.
Yeah. Sorry, go on.
All right. So nothing happened, but when I went to bed that night, I ended up having a really vivid dream. In that dream, I was in my bedroom.
And Jennifer Aniston came walking in, and boy, was she fine.
And I didn't have any more tissues left.
No more tissues, buddy. All right, sorry.
right.
Here we go.
And the wallpaper on the wall started melting. And I hear a woman laughing nonstop. Jennifer Aniston?
Jennifer Aniston, maybe.
Maybe.
I'll be there for you.
There it is.
Yeah, sorry.
I tried to run out of the bedroom, but the doorknob went missing. This sounds like some Freddy Krueger
Freddy
type of
Krueger,
shit.
dude. I was thinking the
Yeah.
same thing.
So the doorknob went missing. I turned around and noticed something in my small mirror by my bed. I ended up smashing the mirror and actually woke up to that same mirror on the floor and my hand cut.
Whoa. So do you think? I don't know. That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah,
I feel like that story at least went somewhere.
it did. Like there was blood.
It definitely beat your last story where it's like dog was running around and I'm just waiting. And
You're
it's like,
waiting for the.
That's it. That's all that the dog did. That's it.
So that's our Reddit users for this topic. I know they weren't nearly as good as the Hat Man,
No,
and I don't know if any topic will be.
boy, I don't think so. It'd be hard.
Yeah, we should start ranking our Reddit users.
We should. Hatman's definitely not. Yeah, man. Mothman has a pretty like solid Reddit following. Like
Yeah,
people are always posting up their Mothman tattoos and stuff like that. It's crazy.
I'm still waiting to get my Kraken tattoo.
Kraken tattoo. Kraken or Kraken cans tattoo.
Both.
Both. I don't have any tattoos. So maybe listen, here's we could do like once we get like I don't know how many subscribers, I will get a tattoo.
Damn.
But once we
Wait,
get
you
once
need-
we
you
get
need to put-
damn subscribers,
You need to put a number on this.
I don't know. All right, I'll hit you with the number
10,000?
10,000. Yeah, I'll do. I'll drop that right now. 10,000 downloads on the cast by the end of 2024.
5?
So yeah, 25. Man, we're in, dude. My life is just a total blur.
2020. All right.
I still sign every check. Like I signed a check the other day. I had to get rid of it because it was 2023. I don't know what. My life is just like we're over halfway through 2024.
I thought you were going to say we're over halfway through our lives.
Well, maybe for me, a fine specimen like you'll live into your 90s.
I might.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen your grandfather. He's doing good.
He is. Yeah, he is.
Not me. Not me. Listen, the gene pool dies young right here, buddy. Let me tell you. The 70s is looking mighty fine.
That's where I'm going to see my way out.
Yeah. But yeah, 10,000 subscribers by the end of 2025.
That's going to motivate the shit out of me.
I will get a Kraken. What is it? So should we do subscribers or downloads on the cast? I'll do 10,000.
What about either or?
10,000 downloads on the cast by the end of 2025. And, buddy, there'll be a Kraken Cans tattoo on my back. Guaranteed.
What about your left butt cheek?
Yeah. Yeah. I'd rather have it on my butt cheek.
I would
Yeah.
do one on my right butt cheek then.
Yeah. Heck yeah.
All
And
right.
we'll smash them together sometimes.
Kraken Cans.
Yeah. Instead of doing the clink of glasses, it'll be the
be
clink of cheeks hitting. Yeah. So that's it.
All right.
So tell your friends about me. Or don't. I don't know. It doesn't matter. All right. So we got these Reddit stories. Just total pandemonium in the Reddit forums like normal. So you know how I am. I am a skeptical man. What is the skeptical view on Bloody Mary?
So we're going to get into explaining the Bloody Mary illusion. So the first one is it's called Troxler effect.
Ah, yes, the Troxler effect. That's when three waves come in motion at the same time. I don't know. Sorry. Just
So the
started.
Troxler effect. Yeah. This phenomenon occurs when the brain adapts to a constant, unchanging visual stimulus, leading peripheral images or details to fade or distort. When staring into a mirror in a dimly lit room, the lack of movement and changes in light can cause the brain to alter or fill in the image, potentially creating the illusion of a face changing or a ghostly figure appearing.
Dude, you know what that reminds me of? So, like, I enjoy hunting as an activity. When you get into the tree stand when it's still dark and the sun's just starting to come up, so you, like, lock into something that you see that you swear is a deer. And the longer you stare at that thing out in the field, the bigger this deer is and the more it's a deer. You can start seeing the antlers. You can start seeing the ear. You can start seeing everything until the sun comes all the way up and it's just
A tree.
a tree or just a spot of grass out there or whatever. But yeah, that totally makes sense. Like if you just stare at something long enough, you are going to start, like your brain is just going to start messing with you.
Start filling it in with something.
Filling it in, especially when you're talking about your peripherals and stuff like that you start seeing shadows and stuff like, yeah, for sure. I believe that. It makes a lot of sense.
Yep. Second one is pareidolia.
Pareidolia, not to be confused with necrophilia.
Yeah, they're a little different.
Yeah.
But
Don't get those confused, my friend.
Yeah. Pareidolia. So this is the tendency of humans to perceive familiar patterns, such as faces, in random or ambiguous stimuli. In the context of the Bloody Mary ritual, pareidolia can lead individuals to interpret shadows, reflections, facial features in the mirror as something supernatural, especially under the influence of fear or expectation.
So they start to see things that almost look like a face, and their brain just fills in the rest of it. Is that what that is, if I'm
Yeah.
understanding? Okay.
It's like they want to see something so bad, so then their brains just
Fills in all the rest.
Yeah, fills in the rest. Yeah.
Okay. So that's really similar to the last one, I would say.
Yeah.
Or maybe that's more similar to what I described when I go hunting than the first
Could be.
one. Yeah.
And I see that a lot with a lot of the paranormal superstitious groups that I'm in on Facebook, where like, say Gettysburg, Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
You know, you got all the ghost superstitious stuff going on there. People will post these pictures all the time where it's like, look at this ghost over here by, you know,
Yeah.
by this statue, by this piece of, and it's just like, no, like that's
Yeah.
no, that's just a branch. Like,
Yeah. When you're really searching, then you really start reaching for things too.
yeah.
You know. And I don't believe in a whole lot of paranormal.
Here
in
we
the
go
world.
again, folks.
Yeah, here we go. No, I'm not tangenting today. Don't worry. No, don't you worry.
Today you already did once.
Yeah, yeah.
You mean again?
I'm saving that for an episode right down the line. It's not too far, folks. Get ready.
Oh God.
Yeah. Yeah, you're getting skeptical, Mike, of just being freaking negative Nancy, losing downloads. Yeah, it's not going to be good, but it's where I'm at.
The next one I saw was self-hypnosis or auto-suggestion. And some of these are pretty similar to each other. So this one is the ritualistic nature of summoning Bloody Mary, often performed in the dark, quiet environment that can create a heightened state of suggestibility. The anticipation of seeing something scary can lead the brain to create visual or auditory hallucinations, especially if the person is already on edge. So, you know, when people are doing this Bloody Mary ritual, they're already kind of on edge, like hoping they're going to see something, and it leads to this state of like self-hypnosis.
Yeah. It seems like all these are super similar. You know what I mean?
They are.
Like it's all, whether it's a state of fear or whether it's a state of want or, I don't know, a state of hypnosis. I feel like when you stare at the mirror long enough hoping to see something, you almost go into hypnosis in that way. I feel like these are all super similar.
Yeah.
And they all stem from like really wanting to see something. So you're going to see it eventually.
Yeah.
Put your time in, you'll see it.
You'll see something.
Yeah.
The next one I saw was distorted vision. So in low light conditions, the eyes may struggle to focus properly, leading to blurred or distorted vision. This can make one's own reflection appear ghostly or unfamiliar, especially if they are expecting to see something unusual.
Same
So,
thing.
same
Right?
thing.
Yep. Just falls right in line with all the all
Yeah.
the other ones.
And then the last one I saw was, which is, again, it's similar, psychological priming and group influence. So if the ritual is performed in a group setting, social dynamics and the desire to conform can lead individuals to convince themselves that they see something, especially if others claim to have seen it. This effect can be compounded by the excitement and fear generated by group storytelling and shared experience. So, I mean, that one's just basically like peer pressure.
It kind of, I guess not in like the same exact way, but that makes me think of like Mothman and what we kind of talked about even with Champ and
Yeah.
stuff like that, where one person saw it, they described it, so now all of a sudden everybody sees that same thing when they see it. Like when they see anything, that's right where their mind goes to. That's Mothman, that's Champ, that's Bloody Mary,
Bloody
because
Mary, yeah.
that's what we want to see.
Yeah. So that was the last explanation of the Bloody Mary illusion that I found. But hold on, before you button. So, are you doing like that? What is that?
Law and Order.
Yeah. The last thing I saw that I didn't throw in throughout this whole thing so far. So a spirit may take the chance. So when somebody is trying to manifest Bloody Mary, a spirit may take this chance to manifest itself, since you're putting your mind in an open state to the paranormal.
Yeah, and this is what, like last week we talked about in the Possessed Dolls. This is like the same thing, is when you have these dolls and you invite these dolls that maybe like Like some of the dolls claim to be possessed by children, so it's not that scary or anything like that. So you just invite them into your house. You're not inviting these children, you're inviting demons into your house. And a lot of times, for whatever reason, and I don't know, but it seems like a lot of these demons or these evil entities have to be invited into your house.
Yeah.
Which would make sense why with Bloody Mary, this is a perfect way for them. Because obviously, like, I'm not going to say, like, demon come into my house, but like, oh, spirit of a little child come into my house, So a lot of people fall for this, and next thing you know, they're dead.
Or they're just gone because they're sucked into the mirror and they're just
gone.
never to be seen again.
True. Or they're dead twice.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when I think of Bloody Mary, the first thing that comes to my head is the Candyman movies, where I don't know if anybody ever saw them, but basically you say Candyman, I think it's in the mirror 3 times, and will he haunt you? Will he show up behind you? He's got a hook for a hand. He's got bees in his mouth. It's just a whole crazy thing, but it's basically the same thing as Bloody Mary, but in a movie form and a Hollywood form with Candyman. So I know that's one way I know of him today. What are other ways in pop culture that we would know of him?
I mean, going off of like the Candyman, I honestly think that he combines a couple different urban legends to create this Candyman-esque entity.
Yeah.
In the movies. But yeah, you're right. I think Bloody Mary is one of the urban legends that he kind of takes on.
Yeah.
But the Bloody Mary urban legend has inspired a variety of cultural phenomena and societal impacts. So some of the things that Bloody Mary has, I guess, inspired over the years includes several different things. So the legend has become a staple in horror fiction and pop culture. It appears in numerous movies, TV shows, books, and often as a central plot device or a chilling subplot. So like you said, Candyman was an example that draws on similar themes or, summoning rituals that are pretty similar. Games and rituals. So the legend has given rise to various children's games and rituals, often involving the act of calling out Bloody Mary's name in a dark room with a mirror. This ritual is often performed at sleepovers or Halloween parties, where it serves as a thrilling and harmless, sometimes I guess, scare.
Yeah, I don't know. We used to play Call of Duty and Halo at my sleepovers. It was never like
a lot of pizza too. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of pizza.
So no, we played Call of Duty back in the day.
Oh
on
yeah,
360.
Yeah. Yep. What was that?
It
Was the Modern Warfare, the first Modern Warfare.
Yeah.
Might be aging ourselves a little bit like we do, but.
So the next example I'm going to go over of Bloody Mary in the popular culture is the psychological exploration. So the legend is frequently cited in discussions about fear and psychological phenomena. The act of summoning Bloody Mary can be seen as a form of collective anxiety or a way of confronting deep-seated fears through controlled environments. And then the next one is social behavior. So engaging in the Bloody Mary ritual can reflect social behaviors related to bravery, peer pressure, and the desire for shared experiences. It often becomes a rite of passage or a bonding activity among friends or family members.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's for you kids to show who has the biggest wiener when you're little. Probably shouldn't go with kids' wieners.
Yeah, you might get us canceled for that one.
It shows which kid has the biggest nads when they're younger. I think we can work with that. I'm going to work with that one.
I'm going to say the biggest neck.
Biggest neck. Yeah, biggest head when they're younger. But yeah.
The biggest head. Yeah,
kids are all about like, oh, I did this. We coached t-ball together. We saw this firsthand, and it's about is like, well, I can hit the ball past so, and that's all it is. It's just
I can hit the ball past the shortstop.
Yeah, I hit the ball to the moon. It's like, all right, yeah, you hit it straight up in the air to the pitcher.
Yeah, you hit it backwards.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
We've seen it. We've seen it. Dude, you remember going back to T-ball? Somebody hit a foul ball this year, and like nobody knew what to do because nobody hits a foul ball in T-ball. It's like the coach, everybody in the field, nobody had a clue.
Yeah, like,
It's like just run, dude. Just go.
ahead, just go.
Just go.
Go and never stop.
Yeah, we're in the second inning of this hour-long game, and just go.
Yeah. So the next one was folklore studies.
Folklore score.
We're getting to that. Just
All right.
so folklore studies. So the Bloody Mary legend is a subject of interest in folklore studies and urban legend research. It provides insight into how modern myths evolve and how they reflect societal fears and values.
We need to watch the movie Urban Legend.
Yeah, that's from like what 1998, I think.
Yeah, right
My
around there.
my coworker a couple of days ago actually at work was telling me about that movie. I never saw it.
I think there's like 3 of them. I
Yeah.
think they get worse, but I think one of them. Oh, dude, I'll have to look it up. But I think one of them is like Urban Legend 3, Bloody Mary. Like I'm pretty sure that is the basis of that movie. So
Yeah.
they're not going to be good. I've seen bits and pieces enough of the first one. The first one's all right. I don't think they're very good after that.
I think
but
I like looked it up the other day, and there was quite a few like pretty big actors too in that first
yeah,
one.
the first one did all right.
Yeah,
But yeah, we should watch that. We should live stream that with everybody together.
Stream it
We'll watch it together.
from us to you.
We're not
You to
we're not
us.
going to do that, but
We'll
it seems like way
we-
too much work for us
It's
to
a lot
do.
of work. It's been a lot of work just getting this shit set up. That
Yeah.
seems like too much work. That's like
Yeah.
that's some OT.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You guys.
I just tried drinking my mic, just so you
Yeah.
know.
That's how hard we work. That's how hard we work. We eat this stuff up, buddy.
I just
We
picked up
can't
my
get
mic.
enough of it.
I just picked up my mic to drink it. Oh boy. All right. We're almost done with this, so it's okay. The next one was merchandise and media. So the Legend of Bloody Mary has also inspired merchandise such as Halloween costumes, party supplies, and even themed.
What Halloween costume is Bloody Mary?
I don't know, a freaking mirror with a bloody white dress.
It's a scream mask. It gets crazy.
Yeah.
It's Ghostface. I don't know.
Ghostface. I do like me some Ghostface. And even themed escape rooms, illustrating its impact on customer culture and entertainment. So overall, Bloody Mary has left its mark on both popular culture and social behavior, reflecting on broader fascination with the supernatural and the power of myth.
The power of myth.
But I think, the one thing that sticks out to me is like how the Bloody Mary like phenomenon or story has like kind of just changed and taken different paths as it's been told to, different generations or different
Yeah.
parts of the country, parts of the world, like whatever it is.
Yeah. When you talked about all the things that it could have been, when you said it was a way to open up the world to demons to be able to come in, that was just like, yeah, that makes perfect sense. It's like a Ouija board for a mirror. Is all it really is.
Has anybody ever done a Ouija board like on a mirror?
Done a Ouija board while you're chanting Bloody Mary in a mirror.
I challenge somebody to do
That would
that.
probably tear a hole in the space-time continuum.
Yeah.
Might be worth it.
You'd be dead and reborn before you even knew it.
Yeah. So is that it? Are we on to the...
We're on to the folklore scores.
All right, so folklore scores done. Corey, reveal, you ready?
Out of
30?
37.
30. I have a 32. So altogether, we had a 69. Oh, yeah.
Ooh, that's our first 69, baby.
Ooh, yeah. And you know what that means. So breaking down this list a little bit, for spookiness, I gave it an 8 for spookiness.
I was right there, too. 8.
The historical, cultural significance, I gave it a 6. I was kind of in the middle of the pack. I think if it had like maybe 1 or 2 stories that it could really like get from, I would have gave it a higher score. But there's so many different stories and nobody really knows what it came from. And I don't know. I gave it a 6.
And for that one, I gave it an 8. And I guess my reasoning was because, like, I talked to my mom, I talked to my grandmother, who both talked about this Bloody Mary urban legend from when they were younger and stuff. So I kind of ranked it a little higher than you just because of the people I talked to, I guess, in my family.
Yeah, that makes sense. So what'd you give it for believability?
Believability, I gave it a 6. I put, so somewhat believable, could be based on real events. I don't know.
Yeah, I gave it a 4 for, like, plausible elements, but mostly far-fetched. I don't know. I think it's a little weird.
I think for me, though, like, I guess I believe a lot in the mirror, like, the mirror being a portal for something, the mirror being, you know, an entity. I don't know. The mirror being, like, just this mysterious, I don't know what you want to say, like,
Yeah,
just portal for
like a world, you know?
world, something. So, like, that's why I guess I ranked it a little bit higher.
Yeah. And then for uniqueness, I gave it an 8 because I did think it was pretty unique to use the mirrors the way it did, to kind of use, like, the chanting of its name. I thought that was pretty unique, really, in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah, and I gave it a 9.
9. Yeah.
So
So, yeah, we're pretty
same
much
thing.
right on par, yeah. And then for threat level, what'd you give it on threat level?
Threat level, I gave it a 6.
Yeah, I gave it a 6, too. I think it was, yeah.
Moderate threat level.
Moderate threat. There are so many different, I don't know, apparently there's a Mary that you don't even need to worry about, you know? So it's like, the threat level is weird. I feel like the threat level could be a 9 or a 10, but
Or it could be somebody just bringing you some drinks.
Yeah,
nice
it could
cold,
be.
nice cold drinks.
yeah, for sure, it could be. So with that, I got my 32. You got your, what was it, 38?
37.
37. So we're at 69.
60. That's our first 69.
That's our first 69. So that'll kind of put us right in the middle of the pack for now. So, yeah, with the folklore score, with the Bloody Mary episode, with the Reddit threads, with all that, that is the end of episode 7 for the Cracking Cans cast. Cracking Cans cast on Facebook, on Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, TikTok. We got them all. We don't have a MySpace yet. We're working on a MySpace. So
it's a little hard to get
Yeah.
to because I think Tom is like living over on an island somewhere, just
Yeah.
drinking margaritas and Bloody Marys.
you know that
And
dude was just laundering money like crazy. But yeah, so make sure to like us. Make sure to put a review down for the cast because it really helps our numbers and everything with that. So just keep downloading. Check out on social media. Check us out. And that's pretty much all we got for this week. So I'm Mike. I am out of here.
I'm Corey, and I'm out.